lost 1 point. And like,
I'm cheering for RAD, bro. I feel like if RAD beats VIRTUSPRO, that's going to be some big news, and that is some big news I want to see.
Dark horse contender for perhaps the entirety of the EMEA preseason.
I wonder if you consider a group ban. The group mains will tell you no, but people who have to face a group will tell you yes, because that was a huge part of Ducky's success.
Come on.
Asked on any map from
Let me see the money.
Especially at Krakoa. I look at Carousel, for example.
Both teams banned Gambit. That's good.
That's good. Section off with Groot walls. Not every round on Krakoa is great for Groot, but that's the big win condition, I think, for RAD in the neutral. Is we have a protect on Chev?
Okay, interesting here. This might be an attempt to force VIRTUSPRO's bans towards things like the Deadpool and the
Jeff save chat. I don't.
Vanguard, Deadpool.
Oh yeah, Elsa. Sorry, both teams ban Elsa. Yeah. They're giving they're saving the Jeff.
Team ups like there are 3 separate Deadpools who can all offer that over, so it isn't quite as effective in constraining the Jeff. The Invis woman being off the table was actually very important here, because it does mean that you're going to try and avoid the Mantis Jeff Invis.
Uh-oh, they're giving him the Rogue as well. You're going to get the Jeff Rogue. Uh-oh. I mean, not the Jeff Rogue, the Gambit Rogue.
I wouldn't mind seeing Mantis be the final ban here for VP.
What about Gambit? RAD have not banned or protected that, so VIRTUSPRO, are they going to allow that through? Because then you have since there's no Invisible Woman, maybe an open Galactic Legend, and no Star-Lord for VIRTUSPRO at least.
Yeah, once again, trying to constrain those duelist pools. However,
oh, you know what they're going to try to do? They might try to force Sparker on the Punisher, because that's what we've seen Sparker do last time. And maybe they're trying to, if they do that, maybe they could try to beat them. Because that's what the team did yesterday to almost beat VIRTUSPRO. So maybe they're going to try to like mimic it.
Maybe we just forgot Gambit existed too. I don't know. Because when you protect the...
Did you get rid of Daredevil as well? Oh, the Loki. Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Fair enough.
There's the chance to steal the Raging Royal Flush, which is a big ultimate that needs to be considered.
I'm not judging.
So, no Gambit for RAD, but a Gambit for VP along with the Rogue. So, Navik's leaning towards that instead of a Hulk or Venom. And on Celestial Husk, you can just play that Brawl, because sometimes it's tricky to dive on certain points.
Sparker also does have the Phoenix. That's true too,
all
yeah.
The hiding spots and all the caves that you can escape into. So
that is true.
I like that VIRTUSPRO.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ, that's loud. That scared the shit out of me.
I mean, let it be real. Let the Sparker Sarlacc be back. The long
or the Psylocke. I like the Psylocke pick too.
The age of Sparker Sarlacc just dominating lobbies before VP's mid-season mishaps previously. RAD on the other side. Interesting to see. Crazy Kitty might be the flex for the kill.
This is gonna be fun, chat. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I'm not willing to believe it until it leaves the spawn, but Lugigo and Ducky as like a dive core could be very interesting.
Both teams undefeated. One team leaves
about the team play of VP
on top.
Gave the ultimate team play ultimate of the Raging Royal Flush, but no Star-Lord means it's gonna come down to something else, and it's Sparker on the Psylocke, and these are just
Sparker on Psylocke. Ooh,
I like Hulk too, because he's not as cooldown dependent when it comes to these jumps. Speaking of jumps, RAD at claim 1.
Fi instantly taken out of the sky by the Jeff. Drew was just going to try their best to move away, but the big spray from the Jeff actually finding the invis when
RAD is going out swinging, bro. I mean, not going out, going in swinging. Oh shit, Cam. Oh, my bad. You guys didn't miss much, trust me.
From Lugia there, make sure that everyone from RAD is.
Listen, I have a fat head, chat. What do you guys want from me, man?
And VP are not going to commit to a dead fight, because you do not want to give ult charge to RAD to be able to cycle ultimates and extend this any more than they have. So, of course, the strap pull is something you don't see every day.
I always love the Hulk, chat. I always like the Hulk.
From another team, so to be able to earn that ultimate as fast, have that healing aura around RAD, will make this death ball roll even faster.
Okay, this time going to be using that skill issue straight away. I believe it might well have been onto the Gambit in the back. And VIRTUSPRO, they just don't really commit to that, given that it was a very early ult from Vertigo. They simply wait for it to wear off, and now they're going to use their own skill issue coming through from Fincy in towards the back. Buys a bunch of space, smash this, falls back to the first hits of the Encephalo Ray. And now Fire can just reign over all of this. Nevix doing his best to survive, gets a bunch of healing in VIRTUSPRO. They're targeting their healing so well here to make sure that there's plenty of survivability into the back. With the dance of the butterflies, many of the targets eaten on up here, and they're thrown towards the enemy. Mash makes it a free dive as Nevix is chewed up within Dredro. I don't know if I would have thrown the rogue.
Why did he throw him back into his team, especially into the supportal?
Kitty going around with the Kumiho unleashed.
Yo, Mash!
And now Saipe's decided he's done messing around. The Raging Royal Flush is added to the ensemble, and it's quite the quartet that has been formed here for VIRTUSPRO as RAD fall to the ground.
Yeah, Mash was stalling because they had the point captured, so you're extending that as much as possible, through it into the own invisible boundary to put them into a slow, but then you put a brawl team at brawl range. But maybe
into,
Mash thought
like,
they
your
were out
back
of range
line, at least so he can't get healed.
So
or
you don't get to see valuable It's Jeff ultimates every day. 70% though is quite a valuable start for RAD with how they got the jump on VP. But VP have been really good at marking where Smash is, so you gotta be worried about these flanks. I don't think Smash can keep getting away with those.
Eyes on Saipe here for the cleanse. People get stunned out by Ducky's ultimate, which has actually been stolen away here by the Heartbreaker. Over the top of it all, Fi's just doing so much damage with the Rage of Ultron. And, well, Spark is back in his home grounds, baby. The escape of Smashness is not on the cards, and RAD are wiped off the screen.
The lightning fast retake from VIRTUSPRO to now try and match the score here any second now. Lugia will remain on the Hulk, and the teleport to get the... get RAD a bit closer, but a lot of anti-heal cards are thrown from Saipe, so RAD don't want to be caught off guard.
Oh, very smart to flip the map with the teleporter.
See if they can get access to someone like Dredro or Fi.
I like that.
It's not the most mobile ever.
The big grab coming through from Lugia, but it seems like there's going to be more than enough here. Fincy, isolated, did use, I believe, their Katana ultimate there for a little bit of additional staying power while alone on the point. Has to back away now, but does bunny hop down onto the low ground once again. Smashness looking towards Dredro, protected by the Guardian shield, but leaps away from it, and so there's nothing to save them now. Sparker falling down to Ducky's greater accuracy. Another
oh my god, did you see that catch?
That's why he's the GOAT.
Oh, fuck!
VIRTUSPRO at 91%. Get ousted.
Lugia is a monster.
This is a great game so far.
Kind of an anti-aerial hero, if you will, but the Vanguard stand tall for RAD, one of the strongest parts of this roster. And you got Mash next up on the It's Jeff. VIRTUSPRO, if they're going to be playing so clumped as a brawl usually does, they may just be grabbed up yet again, but VP are going to keep a watchful eye as 90% plus last fight.
It'll be great to target that It's Jeff inside of the invisible boundary. Try and get a hold of Dredro or some of those members of VIRTUSPRO who take refuge within. Sparker looking towards the back. Would love to try and find some of these strategies. And oh my goodness, they just disappear. Where did that backline go?
Oh no, bro.
Sparker with the Raging Royal Flush is just a DPS machine. Constructed lit differently, that much is for sure. VIRTUSPRO will claim it back quickly, but Vertigo's TPing.
Doesn't get here in time. Few more seconds. I don't see a portal, and I don't see RAD on the point.
No,
so
bro.
Grove is taken by VP by the skin of
that was
their
a good
teeth.
round, though.
When RAD kicked off,
that was a good round. 99-99. Come on, RAD. You guys gotta close it out, bro.
Elimination to force VP back, but they did not give it really any ult charge from that encounter. So RAD fought tooth and nail, but this has been as close as it gets, and kind of difference in compositions, but we go
Sparker
to a
16
where,
and 1 with
10,000,
almost 11,000 damage. The next player in the lobby is 8,000.
Could be another portal play from RAD, but I don't know if you could pull off the same shenanigans against VP.
Yeah, they might have called that one. We'll see if Ducky still has the cooldown available. Honestly, the dearth in stats here, it kind of belies how close that round was. Sparker 16 and 1. It may have been 99 to 99, but it feels like Sparker was having no problems.
Yeah, he had his ult 40% ahead of Smash, who did get picked off when trying to go on a flank. So he's been trying to be elusive, but VP keep.
Oh, they don't use the portal last round, but they use the portal here.
For a Ducky portal coming up, and it's usually been to push VP off their high ground, but now more of a scouting tactic as they may throw it into the choke point to section VP as they walk in.
Okay, VIRTUSPRO just going to try and do their best to separate VIRTUSPRO from the point to begin with, get that first control. But we have a flank being developed here by Sparker and Nevix with those dual mutants. And now it's Fincy who rolls in first. Oh, what a great off angle coming through from Fi. The Rage of Ultron, the Heartbreaker on top of it. VIRTUSPRO have just dumped the bank.
Oh my god, dude.
Liquidated, as to have RAD's player base. And this is going to be
oh my god, bro. VIRTUSPRO.
Resetting on the other side. Sparker farms even more final hits.
What was that, like a 4-man anti-heal from Saipe as soon as the Kumiho form came out from Crazy Kitty, which just went right back to the grave as soon as the ult was popped. Focus fire from VP is insane. Remember, guys, they have years of experience playing together through thick and thin, and RAD will do everything they can to shake that up.
I don't know how I feel about the Jeff save and them playing Jeff, though. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something would be better.
Even more damage. Sparker doesn't get too much achieved off the back of their ultimate and gets chased down by the marbles of the White Fox. Lugia goes on it as well. Drew goes the next to fall. You need to get on top of Saipe now, though. You can't allow him to be free in the back, farming up towards that Raging Royal Flush. Maybe a big knock through here onto Nevix. Gets isolated by Crazy Kitty. It's not an ideal matchup into that White Fox form. She is a monster melee duelist when she gets up close and personal. Still, Saipe is alive, though. Just kicking out these heals, building up already 94% towards the Raging Royal Flush.
Okay, wait, never mind.
And
Jeff is
Vertigo
making it work.
on this strat pull, it's healing
Sparker's
on
literally
demand,
carrying
and
their
you
asses.
call 'em,
I
and
think
they deliver to
VIRTUSPRO
deny
as a
the
whole
dance of the
team is
butterflies
goated.
from Sparker, and it was a one-man tango.
I don't think it's I mean, Sparker, don't get me wrong, is goated as shit, but like I think it's a whole team effort. Their whole team is very strong.
Be ready to disengage, and
I don't think you could ban anyone out on VIRTUSPRO.
Moving through as a group,
and like they say, chat, you are only as strong as your weakest player, and I don't think there's any weak players on VIRTUSPRO.
Is going to have to settle for 4, as it is going to be a chase down here from Lugia. Saipe might have some big things in plan here, but doesn't seem like Ducky really got anything off the back of that Eye of Agamotto. Yet another huge anti as 3 ultimates come through from RAD. Final exam popped here by Vertigo to try and give enough healing over to the rest of the team. I imagine a jackpot's going to be hit rather soon, but the ult starts to be drained away. Nevix is in the midst of them, using the Heartbreaker to take away all that charge, and Fincy takes out the imposter Deadpool while playing on the Vanguard themselves. VIRTUSPRO close to yet another flip over as the Rage of Ultron's brought in on top, and Sparker feels like they can save their ult here as Lugia go, oh, this is going to be a nasty stagger.
He's gonna go end it all himself, but RAD, I mean, they're getting hit with an anti-heal every single time.
Good stagger, though. Good stagger.
It clumps to everyone. 30% less healing is significant.
That sucks for RAD, but that's a really good play for
so
VIRTUSPRO.
Have now a
See,
dance
chat,
of the butterflies,
sometimes it's okay to not pad your stats and kill someone right away when you won the team fight. You can stall them a little longer like they just did with the Hulk. You don't need to kill him right away. Even though everyone in ranked is so like kill hungry to pad their stats because everyone wants to look like they're the best, but like instead of just play as a team. Wait, Smashness?
Just gets marked every single time. The Gambit team up from Nevix is just too much cleave to handle. There's no touch on the point, and I can't help but notice that RAD put so much emphasis on protecting their Mantis only to not use it.
And the Smash lose where his Q button
The first round was a lot better than the
position
second round, though.
Give
I
himself
can say that. Wow.
vulnerability to pop the ultimate. He's sitting in front of the strats. That was the moment to pull it, and man, just immediately executed, and this is the executioner right here.
Okay, let me see the stats. Let me see the stats.
The GOAT of all duelists, the greatest to ever do it. He ends 25-2, and those damage numbers would
25-2, 22-2, 21-3. Oh my.
Hey, PP, the fact that Saipe, the card management here, there's only so many you can use to pull that anti-heal.
Saipe had 6,500 healing and
14,000
damage.
And the fight still
I thought that was a support character, bro. Aren't you supposed to heal? He had more damage done than all of the players on
6.5k. He's been out
RAD.
Here Ultron, but is dropping 13k damage. Saipe is just playing almost a pseudo duelist on the Gambit, and just giving triage heals over to Fincy and Nevix when they fall low, trusting in the remainder of the team to be able to babysit Sparker with things like the Ultron drone. and VIRTUSPRO are looking as strong as ever. I think that Luke Giga
Damn.
definitely taking some inspiration from Binary, and the Hulk is looking pretty good into VP, but I feel like if you're going to go for that big protect on the Mantis, you've got to try and get some value out of it.
Yeah, if you don't have to jump to another planet, I think Hulk is just the better dive. It's not as cooldown dependent. You can just keep that charged up and ready to go at all times, along with just having that huge health pool when you pop.
I heard a cat cry.
Especially if you have the point cap first to stall things out and be so annoying. And there's punish when you can exile someone.
I got you, Tom. Look at Tom, bro. Look at Tom. I got you, bro. You're not missing much here. You're gonna go on a break. They're gonna go on a break. We'll come back. Second match.
VP, they always seem to have contingency plans. They got a little bit caught out of sorts because they rolled out too tightly on Krakoa to begin with, which is why they got caught by that TP. And we saw them instantly fix it as we went on to Cradle afterwards. Like, they rolled out in a very wide fashion so that no one could really be caught easily going through a doorway, and it forced RAD to try and go for this like kind of halfway house border. We're like, oh, we'll just debark ourselves onto the point and then try and meet them there. But when you're on the point,
how long is the break? They usually do like either 3, 5, or 10 minutes. 10 minutes being the most.
MVP playing, trying to match
2 to 3 minutes being the shortest.
Rolling out with it because they realize on domination how important that sustain is instead of the 2-2-2 that VP are more known for. But we're gonna get to know what RAD's map pool is gonna be truly like, as this is their second ever map loss in all of preseason, and the ball is in their court on where we want to go next. And we'll see you after the break.
There you go. See, 3 minutes. It's a 3-minute break. You can see up there. 3-minute break, man. Which I like. I don't mind. Give the players a chance to regroup, think about some strats, what map they want to go to, give the casters a chance to go to the bathroom. What do you do as a caster if you only have a 3-minute break and you have, like, let's say you Taco Bell the night before? What do you do? And you're casting, but you have like the bubble guts. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? Vui, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. How you doing? The casters aren't human, they're robots. Can you imagine in the future if we have like robot casters, chat, that could break down the fight? Like, they could be connected, like, I don't know, their computer is like connected to the game and they could tell you every single thing. Like, oh, according to my calculations, they popped this ult and this ult, but they were 0.3 seconds late to pop in this ult, which could actually save them because the healing is, 420 healing, and they took actually 360 damage. But if they did this 0.5 seconds sooner, they would have won the team fight. Bro. Yeah. Whoa, what do you mean? I'm all for everyone losing their jobs. Well, yeah, robots won't have the personality, though. They won't have the personality. Ever seen iRobot? I have seen iRobot. I don't think any of my chat has actually seen iRobot. iRobot. That movie came out in... That movie came out in 2004. That movie is probably older than all of my chat. Okay, 20 seconds here. Wait, iRobot was set in Chicago in 2035. So, does that mean in another, like, what, 9 years, chat, that we're going to be living, like, in iRobot?
We just have to talk a little bit about how, like, slippery that Saipe is, because no one was able to target them down in that first submap. Like, how are they able to stay alive the entire time? I guess Gambit's just able to play a card trick, throw it in their faces, and just escape out the window.
Yeah, and it's like Pro is just chilling the whole time, just throwing anti-heals every single fight kickoff, just hiding away, while Dredro and Fi just are all offense all day. So we don't get the CVP on triple strat too often, but when they do, it's like you don't even need the extra heals, because then
did someone follow me to where I'm fucking playing old school RuneScape and drop something called hair?
Had a couple of different options that they could have gone for, but this was the exact pick we saw from them against Reason after they did drop their one domination map before this series. So they went 3-0. They looked very confident.
Yo, who dropped
I'm not too surprised
hair?
to see this be the option that they go for leg day.
Yeah, this has been a side of greater upsets as well with Shikigami versus Na'Vi. This is a great place to play some flyers.
Nah. Who the hell is that, bro? They're banned from my shit.
Enjoyers of Human Torch.
How is hair $1,000 per one, and someone dropped 1,000 of it? Oh no, it's 332 each.
Maybe there was like some counterplay in the VP draft that stopped it from really getting value.
Yeah, and the Ducky Groot, this was what RAD used to full hold Reason Gaming.
Yo, I'm about to sell this hair
in their favor. I keep talking about the Ducky Groot. I understand if he doesn't want to play it, because when you face a really aggressive team, you get run over. It's easy to defend yourself, but not really to attack with a Groot. So I don't know if Ducky can really cage the beasts that are VP with a Groot. You need to be able to space it well. So if he doesn't play the Groot, I understand, but off defense, it's quite strong.
I'm really curious if we see like maybe some sort of Mantis priority in terms of bans coming out from VIRTUSPRO. I know they definitely don't want to give the Loki, especially on this map with the first capture point, just having so many options for where you could put those clones, and it's so hard to figure out where the true one is afterwards.
Oh, I'm on.
Even
let me keep his face.
Talking a little bit about VIRTUSPRO's strategy for this. They also played on this map before against Recent and got a 3-0. So I feel like this is a little bit more of a neutral ground for these teams, Lemon, than necessarily like one-sided for RAD as they might have hoped.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're really getting rolled over too bad.
Yeah, whoever dropped me some hair, appreciate it, man.
But
I always needed it.
Going for flankers and getting marked.
If you have any more hair, let me know. I need it.
He's gonna have to play this more front to back and more with the team. It's unfortunately we didn't get to see his dance with the butterflies because he was right on top of VP strats. Just wasn't able to pop the ult in time and resulted in the loss.
Looking ahead of this one, the big question leg day, and we've kind of had our own thoughts about some certain European players playing Jeff in other regions. Do we see the Jeff save again?
No.
This is don't get me wrong, this is a great Jeff map, but I don't know, it feels like against teams as good as VP, the Jeff does kind of become a little bit of a liability. Like the ult is getting negative value.
Yeah, true. I don't think Jeff is good, bro.
Going up against Saipe, like your entire body being a headshot crit box does mean you can just evaporate. Like I know that at the top levels for Jeff is good, but when you get to the top level, it feels like it kind of falls off.
Baby Cakes, Baby Cakes, stay. Appreciate the massive, or is it Baby Cakes? Tay. Appreciate the massive prime sub. How you doing?
This is yummy, and then he just gobbles everyone up. But we'll see if VP can destroy the rest of the competition that they have in our final potential matchup between them. VP looking to dominate their groups by dropping a single map.
All right.
Okay, let's go back over here.
One rule and one rule only here at Fighting VIRTUSPRO Club. You do not give Sparker Elsa. Question is, are RAD going to stick to the rules? Yes, they are. So they will live to fight.
Ban Elsa first. I like it.
And there was a one-sided gambit last map too in favor of VP, and we talked about Saipe's impact and all this utility that VP had, expecting VP to return to the 2-2-2, but you kind of have to sometimes match the triple.
It's Tay. I'm doing well. There you go. Appreciate it. I am doing fantastic. Hope you're having a great day.
The defense first from VP is what's
I don't like the Jeff save, chat. I feel like sometimes you can get a big Jeff ult. Sometimes, but majority of the time, you're dropping down your little heal pool and you're running away, or you try to swallow someone and you just fall over and you die.
Big investment being You don't have a talking stick. I'm going to need you to shut up.
And I can understand the Psylocke on the attack, so that when you're ready to dive with a Venom, that's what the attack does. It takes space and it tries to own it. You can have a late stagger here. But the poke from the Psylocke at a distance isn't ideal. At least there's better heroes for that. I think Sparker wants to find a moment that when RAD engaged, that Sparker can wrap around. So it's more of a reaction duelist or a counteraction duelist than an engaging one. But RAD, the ball is in their court.
It's Crazy Kitty looking for a righteous cross, but guess who's ready to match them here? Nevix becomes CC immune for about a moment there during the play, and here comes the Heartbreaker, stealing away the ult charge of so many members of RAD. Already Crazy Kitty is down, but Vertigo is still out here trying to make it work with the Kumiho Unleashed. Saipe from the off angle releases the Raging Royal Flush, and there's so much damage to be done, but not enough healing for Dredro. And now it's going to be Sparker taken down as well. Nevix is going to try and turn it on back, but Mash is used for symbiotic shenanigans. The Tendril's broken, but the spacing was good enough. There could be a recontest here from VIRTUSPRO as Sparker stops the Strange.
Yeah, VP are realizing just how vulnerable that White Fox is if she's teleported.
Yo, what's up, Chaos? How you doing?
Picked, so you have Mash still in the lineup, and that was more than enough for RAD to sustain through. And they already got a first take from the first engagement, which means VP don't have as much time to portal in and try to retake when they are further away. So still a very big accomplishment to just capture the point on Central Park, which is so defender-sided. Now, Lugia, I mean, you're out of the Coliseum, and you're out into open skies, and he's already trying to force back VP.
Is that a solo ult here onto Lugia Go? Could be. It's actually Smash Snares. It's coming in from the other side. Spark is still waiting on for theirs. The Invisible Boundary got great value here, but now it's Fi's turn to try and get a little bit more busy. Mash does their best to just dodge away, but Smash Snares has no cover as the rest of the strategists have just placed themselves out of harm's way and left them alone.
I like how Finzi doesn't grab the kill right away. He waits a little bit. He does all that shooting, and then he takes his little picture for the experience.
And the damage comes in so fast from a Psylocke that you're not going to have any time to heal through it. So there's pros and cons, and I'm looking at the Devil being out.
Oh, letting the Devil out, but any miss is going to be punished.
Oh my God.
Missing though, this guy's a little bit wild. Tries to get away with the righteous cross, but forgets that he gets debuffed for every miss.
Holy shit.
The air slaps back at you. Still RAD. What a clean fight.
It really is to have VP on the back foot, and you need to maintain to be the kings of this hill, because you do not want to fight on the lower parts of the streets. It's more defender-sided if they can maintain vision. RAD also have Ducky on the front lines, looking for a banhammer on someone important.
Many charges here as Ducky rolls on forward. The charms are good from Vertigo, so they try to build up towards the Kumiho Unleashed. There's a little bit of trolling happening on cart right now from Finzi. Prioritizing the objective, but will fall down for their trouble. Sparker, they need to democratize all the damage that's coming through, but never mind. Mash just disappears into the ether. It's Jeff indeed, a big blocking off of the healing fight.
Wow, Rad's doing really well on this map. They have 4 minutes for third phase.
Yeah, and it's faster and better than VP. You got them swapping, and it's Emergency Punisher. And Ducky is loving what he's seeing. What a
Emergency Punisher, chat. Uh-oh.
4 minutes for this final point, and it's helping Smash so much having a secondary duelist.
I think when Sparker's on Punisher,
3K, and he's not
I think his Punisher's really good, but I think this is the most beatable VIRTUSPRO comp. If anyone is going to beat VIRTUSPRO, yeah, I think you do force Sparker on the Punisher.
Cleave through everyone. Vertigo just saying, please leave me alone. I'm already gone. Let me go. But Nevix has no such mercy in his heart.
And well, RAD let go of the stranglehold that they had on VP, and not a lot of teams can make the world champion sweat, but VP have been able to stabilize, especially where the payload is. VP can also play a distant battle and have Nevix be the anchor as that rogue that can be up close to prevent any easy progress from going through, and Lugia is just going to ignore it and dive past.
Finzi falling real low already. Does get a bunch of HP back though from popping their ultimate, and that will give him some survivability. The architecture begins to change. RAD finding themselves a new
both of these teams are undefeated right now, yes.
They need to re-peek onto Ducky. Gets a quick bubble, gives extra healing coming through. In comes Smash Nose now with a dancer, a butterflies. Share out the damage. It's a must here as Saipe backs off the Daredevil. Using the knockback on the cards, Saipe now is going to be able to give Sparker some space.
I do think buying the Org's team skin, it does help the team itself, yes. Because you are... Oh, Oh my god. Oh my god. Someone says Smash Naz doesn't look like a Psylocke player. Yeah, he does. Buying the skin does, I think, help the organization. That's why a lot of teams do partner with teams. A lot of teams do partner with games to sell their skins. So it's like it's a trade-off, chat. The game is giving the team skins so they can make money. Also, the game makes money, but also the org is bringing their like fans over to the game.
Flank angle. Watch out for this Daredevil and this Psylocke and how they.
I don't know if it helps with the players though. I don't know if the players, it depends on their contract, get a percentage of the skins sold. Probably not, because maybe players do switch on teams.
The heartbreaker from Nevix in towards the back. Vince has been traded out on the other side of his moment of invincibility coming through during the selfie from Ducky. And now Nevix can't get on the
Oh no.
What other fight? VP were fighting for their lives, just trying to leave spawn. Rad, oh my god, these flankers, all Smash needed was some help, and his name is Crazy Kitty, almost guaranteeing a first pick every single time. VP have been so used to having plans go their way, for them to pull the trigger, for everyone else to be running away from them, but it's VP that are learning how to disengage properly, and now this panic is forcing really uncharacteristic mistakes, or at least
I hope
value out of VP's ultimate.
For our own sake, chat, that Rad does win this.
From the start of the second point to almost near the end, they got stalled a little bit at the beginning of the third point, but re-emerged once they noticed VP were floundering and were making mistakes, and mainly punishing Jay3 when he put the invisible boundary down. His teammates were on the perimeter of it, and Rad, such good recognition
hey, what's up, Shaz?
of Smash to
appreciate
get those quick executions.
Why can't you guys be more like Shaz? First time here, amazing content on
YouTube
YouTube with the breakdowns and everything.
6.6
You have a wonderful
13
team. I hope you have a great.
Very efficient on the Crazy Kitty dives.
Wait.
Plenty of final blows between the two of them. And now Fire is going to swap on over. This is what I was hoping to see. The damage boosted Psylocke. We've been seeing a little bit.
Wow,
of this in
VIRTUSPRO.
North America, and it's been
VIRTUSPRO's looking real scared right now against Rad, chat. Hey,
try and have a 1v1 with someone like a White Fox, who's a great duelist against those close range assassins.
A minute 31. Whoa, wait, a pick on Mash?
Bro's just hanging out in the in.
Okay, traded.
Yeah, it's a good trade. I mean, they've got to get super aggressive here. Like, they made such a big mistake, they've just got to put it all on the line. And it seems like Crazy Kitty is more than ready to put it all on the line. Getting out, though, is a little bit more difficult. Ducky gets a quick upgrade, still trolling around in the back and demanding some attention. But this might give Mash a moment to return. And
yo, Rad, just because you guys got lucky, well, not really lucky, but VIRTUSPRO C9, the third point, doesn't mean you guys can play
a nuisance. You'll have to give up a
little reckless,
tick,
right?
But it won't be the full cap, not without a fight. Ducky is going to portal to find a better angle than having to fight through these choke points. Waiting for it, and here it goes for Rad.
Lugigos already had to use their resilience here, though. Anti-card goes out. Vertigo for now has managed to avoid it. Maybe it was blocked by the Spectral Sanctuary. Crazy Kitty rolling on in, and you can see already that's going to be the debuff going straight onto them. Boy, you're focused on Crazy Kitty. You are looking at Smash, and as Sparker loses out on the door coming up. This needs to be a big bastion of defense here as all three strategists just gather up for a cuddle and a bit of patty cake. Nevix demands attention. Crazy Kitty tries to get him away, trying to reflect some of the heals. A little bit of tech there coming through from the Daredevil, but chases too far onto the Invisible Woman and is punished for the ambition. Now it's Nevix's turn to roll on forward.
Wait, how the hell did he kill?
Going to be able to cleave through.
Wait, he killed someone else by slamming. Okay.
Confiscated away by Sidebay.
And VP get the cap, I would say about a minute faster than Rad, but it's about carrying through the momentum, because Rad, this second point push was lightning fast.
Yeah, Sidebay doesn't play this as a support, bro. He mostly plays this as a DPS player, man.
At the castle already. It was a huge effort from Crazy Kitty and Smash at that point, but VP got the jump on him.
Oh, they're jumping on.
Oh my god.
Team up is just so strong, man. You just cleave through them all.
Oh my god, bro. When Gambit makes it through the ban phase, because you're banning Elsa, I don't understand why people just don't ban Rogue.
Getting the surprise factor. Now they're getting some push. Taipei is still respawning those, so the Raging Royal Flush will have to get shuffled up before being played on the table. And that's a moment that Rad can escape.
All right, looking for a Feast of the Abyss. Drejo tries to mitigate it in advance, using that invisible boundary. The slow is given everyone to multiple players, and that means that they're stuck inside of Sparker's dance of the butterflies. Mash is going to be eating a bunch of that one out now, as is going to be Saipe moving forward with the Raging Royal Flush. Smashness stops them in their tracks, or at least Saipe as well. Finishes that one. Can they turn it around onto Drejo? Extra healing moving on over. Drejo taken down by Mash, and it's a good turnaround on the other side. Ducky's just tried to stop them using their own ultimate, but Fincy's been there to exchange as well, and Rad finally have a touch of stability.
Wow. Yeah, VP had to use the Raging Royal Flush late, and then you had the Dance of the Butterflies from Smash giving the invulnerability through the roller coaster of emotions that was that last fight. Luki is missing, but he'll be back quite soon. The respawn advantage is in favor of the defense, while VP, they have to maintain the lead that they have.
Smash Nancy's a little bit of care. Oh, Vertigo has to pop the Kumiho Unleashed after falling incredibly low. The target focus is good. We'll be able to just Sanctuary out for now. Crazy Kitty for
yo, what's up, Cat?
Looking at popping their ultimate, they go down. But it is at least maintained, as it is going to be Lugia go in the back, stunned out. Smashnez catching the attention of Fincy. You don't want to catch the hands of that Vanguard pull. Yet another anti-heal going the way of the Venom. You can't heal him through this one, even with the extra bubble healing given over by the Jeff. Sparker moving forward. The Devil going to be let out. Smashnez looking at the straight one clip onto Saipe. The perfect pick that they were looking for, and now it's time for Crazy Kitty to lead the way, even with Nevix's team up. VIRTUSPRO know that this one might well be cooked, but Smashnez overextends. They felt the blood in the water, but they didn't know that it was actually a pack of orcas.
Listen, bro, listen, when you win a team fight, you can't overextend like that.
Crazy Kitty is still back here, 5 super low.
Because now if you overextend, you're just going to lose the fight. They're going to come right back with their respawns, and they're just going to win.
Have to deal with the jam.
Wait, they stopped the Jeff. That is big. VP are not done yet. They've had to punish on the flankers, but they still have the cap on their 0.5 meters away. And Drejo, these pulls, the force physics on the Invisible Woman are so underrated to stop Rad and to push away the flankers. Mash is always good for 1 or 2, but is it enough for Rad to keep contesting? They have barely any duelists.
Dude, Drejo just keeps managing to find these frags.
How is Rad holding this?
Mash just has to move away for now. Vertigo going to try and TP back. They think it's winnable with only 57 centimeters between themselves and Oblivion. Vertigo is going to be able to move themselves out of the line of sight and onto the car. Yet another dance of a butterflies. Can VIRTUSPRO get away in time? Fi's not going to be quite so lucky. Crazy Kitty's still here somehow. I don't know how he keeps making
it. Nice shot on the ankle, bro.
This should be what brings VIRTUSPRO to the finish here. But Rad might be able to.
This is a really insane hold by Rad, though. I thought they were going to lose this a long time ago.
Has got it in their hands. Mash on the other side, and they're still control of the cart here for Rad. But with 1 minute 14 seconds left, I think VIRTUSPRO have all of the momentum that they need.
Yeah, finally the cap, but not without bloodshed. And man, Rad, the Smash has like 5 seconds to try and eliminate the strategist.
This is a great
before
game,
he gets
bro.
punished. And
what
he
were the bans, guys?
To shut down Fi when he had the soul resurgence. That was the nail in the coffin play that VP were leaning on at the end of that fight. And it took everything out of VP. And they only have about 2 minutes. So they're pretty much guaranteed a time bank disadvantage going if they even finish the map.
Yeah, this is not an easy area to take already. The disengage coming on through. Nevix is getting a lot more target focus now.
Can Rad play Gambit or ban? Chat, the bans are on your screens. Look at the top right and the top left. Those are the characters that they cannot play. There's a banned icon right next to them, right here.
Cellular corrosion put over here onto Drejo, but it's answered by a Fi with the soul resurgence, giving everyone additional movement speed. Oh, he's got 3. Bro's going off the map for sure.
See, a lot of people are gonna say, yeah, oh wow, Jeff. Big ult, but like that, you get that one time out of like 15 ults, bro. No, Jeff is not S tier. Get your flat tier list out of here, bro.
On that one, but that is one of the
I don't need some new people coming to my chat being like, according to my calculations, Spider-Man's S tier. Where's Spider-Man J3? Listen, stop.
Yeah, knocking early for now. Going to be Drejo going low, but bring up the invisible boundaries, giving themselves even more space to work with. Nevix rolls on forward, using the Heartbreaker. Oh, Spark is just so clean with it. He's got to be a criminal. Arrest this man. Officer, this Psylocke right here.
Only 1 minute left, and it's the Raging Royal Flush, the ace up VIRTUSPRO's sleeve to end this map and to send us into extra innings. And Lugia, he could get some nice executions just by himself with the Feast of the Abyss, and he's hungry.
Oh, bro, might well be hungry indeed. Lugiago's got so much from it before. Prince of the Rival ready to go. Nevix already disengaged. It was going to be low on that. However, the Raging Royal Flush could be everything. Mash already down. Ducky for same smash. This can't last for long. Lugiago needs to decide if they're going to do it now or never. A big eat. Look at all that blue HP to try and keep this one stalled out. Another frenzied arrival. Crazy Kitty round the back, ready to let the devil out. But guess what? Already debuffed. The second he doesn't hit anything, it's going to be Fire hitting on back 1 meter.
Come on, Rad. Come on, Rad. Come on, Rad. Come on, Rad. I don't think Rad is going to hold this, but they can still waste time. Oh, get it, Smash! Get it, Smash! No, bro! The point! The point, bro!
VIRTUSPRO finish the map.
You gotta get on the point, bro.
And just barely a 90-second advantage in a RAD's favor.
3
but it
kills.
also decides who will be attacking first and what the finish line will be and how far it will be. VP will be attacking first. They had a swifter first point push.
Bro,
and then
all you had to chat, bro, Smash Dance popped off. I don't know. I don't know the other perspectives, but someone had to touch that point, bro.
This bad and claim the #1 seed going into
playoffs. They could have.
Smash has been incredible, as you pointed out. And when you have a secondary duelist, you just know that with a third strategist, you don't always get to be able to use this utility.
Wow, Finzi is 31-4. Nevix is 38-6. Wow, like VIRTUSPRO is looking really good right now. But
the combos.
Hey, Rad is doing well too, chat. Rad is doing well too. Smash Nez 29-8.
But it's more about the final hit.
Crazy Kitty as well doing well. Lugia the goat with my
have all been on the
my goat is at 1 final.
Forcing Fi to have to go to a Mantis
but
to have some
kind
of fear factor.
Don't tell you the whole story, chat. Lugia might have 1 final, but he's creating a lot of space. He's diving. He's getting the the focus on him instead of his teammates.
The win condition will be.
VP, no cheesy rollout here. Just gonna be playing it in the.
Oh, they're gonna jump on someone. They're gonna jump on someone. I could already. Oh no! Oh no! Lugia! Lugia! Oh my God! Lugia! What the? I was just defending you.
In a 5v6 defensive scenario. Is Lugia gonna just try and TP back?
Wow, that was a great play by VIRTUSPRO though. To check all their corners. Check all your corners and then like, oh my.
Oh, the anti at the exact same time. This is what makes VP a world championship team. All of that util being dumped at once on a 3-2-1.
Hey, VIRTUSPRO does a great job at checking their corners, find someone, and look at this. Now,
themselves up against Vertigo. Those cards up close. You hit all 3, and the damage is going to be sublime. Crazy Kitty's fallen down as well, and Saipe is happy as Larry to hang out back here and just keep on healing.
Just flawless from VP, from the awareness of where Lugia could be sitting. It's just the people that you have to mark. Where is Smash? Where is Lugia? Those are the flanking
VIRTUSPRO probably did their homework.
That will stop VP.
To know that he hides there.
And now it's overtime. And where you take this fight is going to matter. So this puts VIRTUSPRO in a very perilous position. But not everyone has to be on the payload, guys. So look at Nevix and the rest and how they're going to support this Vanguard line to take space.
Oh, straight away you can see Crazy Kitty gets debuffed. Fire the Deadpool just has to stop using their M1 as Nevix puts them on the ground. It's just a perfect target for Fincy every time, knowing that really is the difference maker.
No. I feel like what's happening right now.
VP
I feel like RAD had the wind served on a plate in front of them.
Is the pressure getting to RAD? Well, pressure
and now it's just fading away, chat. It's fading away right now, dude.
Shot to his own demise, and whoa, Saipe takes a 1v1
Oh my God.
Dude, Saipe's just that guy. In comes the Deadpool ultimate. It's going to be answered here by Dredro, giving over that additional healing. Vertigo can't be found in the back. Mash still has the Itch Chef, but do they want to use it now? It seems like this fight might already be cooked. Saipe and Sparker begin to develop the off angle. They find Crazy Kitty yet again. Mash is going to try and eat up Saipe. Oh, the pixel dodge from Saipe is absolutely disgusting. I think that Fincy might have actually put a shield up on top of the origin point for that to make sure that no one could be grabbed out either. Sparker ready to go with a dance of a butterflies. We're just sealing the fate of the RAD RAD defense here.
It's
Maybe
over,
not
bro.
enough
It's
Cypher
over,
quite
chat.
to
It's
get that
over.
royal flush,
You know
but
what
hey,
this
if you get
reminds me
fifth,
of?
you get fifth.
This reminds
you
me
made VIRTUSPRO
of
mad.
me.
When they
Like I go to a
lock in,
restaurant,
you
chat,
might as
and I
well
order a
walk
nice,
out. VIRTUSPRO
fat,
are unstoppable
juicy steak.
with just what the minute
And they're
that
coming
they
to
had,
the
they're
table.
looking
I
to
see the
full
waiter
cap,
coming to the table with the
Central
steak
Park,
in the
where other
plate,
teams
and then
struggle
he
to
just
even
fucking
get the ball
trips,
rolling.
and I see
RAD
the
need to have a
steak
final
fly in the
stand,
air and
to
hit the
turn
ground,
this
and
hemorrhage
I'm
into
just like,
a bleed.
no! Like,
And I
bro.
look towards Smash.
Smashnez once again. A hero player is demanded, manages to find 3 before the mishap on the cart last time. We won't talk about that one again. But Nevix is ready with the Heartbreaker. Here comes Smash moving.
This
first.
is
There's
looking pretty
plenty
bad,
of
bro. It's
utility
looking
to
pretty
try and
bad.
dodge it on out as Fancy tries to debuff Crazy Kitty once again, I imagine. The Devil ready to be let out. Lugia needs to join them, and so the healing has to be given over from Vertigo, but still Ratatoska is moving. A quick charm off the back of a Spectral Surge. Crazy Kitty has to roll away as they are being rebuffed here by Fi's Soul Resurgence.
It's
Yeah,
not
Vertigo
over
has
till
to
it's over,
run
Jay3.
away
You
to
taught
be
us
able
this
to
week.
maintain the
Hey,
Kumio 4, but you run, you can run, but you
if
can't.
RAD happens to end up
and
winning this
RAD
map,
will
I will
stand
shave
tall
my
for
hair off. I
final
will let
time.
Emily take the
Crazy
razor
Kitty's going in,
and
going
just
crazy.
shave my hair
Found the rocket raccoon
on
that
stream.
emerged in the midst of all of this. It's a quick revive.
There is
onto
that. This is
Fancy,
how
but
little
Sparkle
faith
no
I
such
have right now in
luxury.
RAD, and I was
Fancy has to
cheering
stand
RAD
on
on
the
the whole
cart,
day,
just about
chat.
able to avoid getting taken into a briny grave below, but now surrounded by enemies. The fire is too much to handle. VIRTUSPRO with only a minute capture 2.5 points.
Time bank disadvantage who
Jax, appreciate the massive 1,000 bits as well, my friend.
kicked
How you
him in
doing?
the
Absolutely
dirt,
insane.
And RAD at least
And by the way,
made
Bacon
sure
for 39
it
months and
wasn't perfect. It
HXCJ,
wasn't
appreciate the massive Prime
until
sub, my
the,
friend.
entrance of the castle that RAD tried to slow things down, but she didn't get anything out of the Dance of the Butterflies from Smash. It only affected the 2 Vanguards, and Nevix forced
D-Bert with the massive
with his
100 bits as well.
Heartbreaker,
Appreciate it, my
forced
friend.
a lot of the strategists from RAD out of the fight in order to not have their ultimates drained. Now RAD, it's time for them to lock in and go Super Saiyan. They'll have a 90-second advantage, so 2.5 total to go to the end. But VP were punishing RAD so early that's why it became not just an adventure, but a speed run when it came to Central Park. And RAD are gonna hope and pray to have that same kind of luck to be able to identify any weaknesses out of VP. But they're not really running a Venom. All you have to worry about is where Sparker could be flanking from, but he's really just playing with his team, and he dives in the midst of
Holy
the
shit,
chaos.
look at
So
this.
it's really hard
20,
to mark
20, 20,
Sparker when there's
all
so many
20,000,
phones that you're gonna have on your
40, 30,
Free
30.
dragon,
Oh my
dropping
god,
a
the
50
difference,
bomb as
chat.
well.
The
Quite
difference, just
12
even in
final
the...
blows from him, 13 from Cypher. VIRTUSPRO, they do not have healers, they have strategists.
VP will stand at the choke as RAD emerge, and any slip up will be costly in terms of time, and you cannot afford to take on VP 5v6. So Mash is also needing to be careful here, and jumping on in is the Deadpool.
Oh, it's a very aggressive dive in towards the back. Nevix is going to be there to answer it, giving healing over to everyone as they manage to make their presence known with the Gambit team up. But already, RAD have claimed a bunch of space here on the point to try and work with a frenzied arrival in towards the back. Have it gone too far? The healing's not there. Spark has tried to doom this one already, and Fi swap over here onto the White Fox is a great answer to the deep dives.
Lugia just fell over so fast on the dive. Sparker.
Well, GG's, chat.
He's the
VIRTUSPRO
judge,
won.
jury, and executioner. VP take the first.
Yo,
fight.
bro, I just wanted to chat.
Now
I know
RAD had
VIRTUSPRO is a
90
great
seconds, but at the
team.
same
I
time
know
that
they're
VP
amazing.
had, at
I
least
just
they'll
want
have
someone to
an
like
ultimate
try
of
to
the Deadpool,
dethrone them.
The banhammer.
Try
and
to
I
dethrone
don't know
them.
if that's gonna be enough, but Lugia's gonna make the most of it.
Okay, manages to drag everyone back, buys the space. A quick partition coming through from that unicorn shield, but it seems like Fincy is happy to just stand here and give over a bunch of that extra healing. What are you aiming at? Asked Deadpool, but it seems like everyone's aiming at them. Crazy Kitty able to match up towards Fincy here, and that's going to be a lot of
Nice.
presence
Killing
taken away
Fincy's a big
from
pick.
the mission area for VIRTUSPRO. Waiting for Drujo to get that invisible boundary to recontest here. 98%,
Nice.
99, 100. The second that it comes up, it's going to be used. But Mash has grabbed everybody. 3 enemies within. Off the point, is that going to be the case? Yeah, going for the full stall here to make sure there's no option to TP back.
Wait!
Kind of worried
Wait!
if he was kind of sabotaging
Good
Lugia
shit, Mash,
there,
even
but
though I still
think
don't like the
he's
Jeff
taking
pick, but
3K
chat,
on
wait.
the, it's Jeff Ultimate every day.
Wait.
Mash has been so impactful with those right as VP are grouped up around
Jeff
their
S tier
road,
thoughts?
but
No.
It's do or die for RAD. Now having to go the distance. VP sit on their throne. They sit on their high ground. And Finzy's good and Nevix need support.
Nevix going forward once again with the Gambit team up, and as usual, it is disgusting. Close to overtime. Mash is going to be the primary target, but plenty of healing for themselves just to try and dodge away from a Gambit. Now you've got to deal with Crazy Kitty on the other side, but guess who's here to help on out? It's going to be Fi. He's already fallen on down. Crazy Kitty don't want none of that smoke right now.
Get more. Come on, get more, get more, get more, get more, get more, get more. Come on, man.
Sparky gets back to the loving arms of their strategist, and Nevix is still trying to keep this card contested. 5 members of RAD belong, but they need to stay on the point. Sharing out the damage now from Smashness's ultimate. Sparker could be overwhelmed, but quickly just dashes away. Not too bothered with the damage coming through from the Daredevil. That's going to be yet another use of a banhammer coming through here from Ducky. It's a little bit early, so everyone could just disengage.
I was worried about the
I think what VIRTUSPRO needs to do is just build their ults. Build your ults and then go for one last team fight. You don't need to force these ults.
They have clutch and they have belief.
No, Crazy Kitty, bro. See, don't back up. You won the fight. Why are you guys going so far in? Don't know.
The dance of the butterflies, just cutting out down all the strategists. Mash is not going to have any option to use the Sheffield to use it to come back from spawn. Is the portal prepared?
Chat 07.
To bring it through, but there's no real time to try and make it happen. No one's on the point, and RAD are slain on their map pick of Central Park, despite giving VIRTUSPRO quite the run for their money.
Bro!
And with that, VP will solidify themselves as
RAD
the number one seed without dropping a single map.
They have not dropped a single map, chat.
The best duelist in the world.
58-9.
He was at 40k
Show me the stats.
damage heading into
Show me the
extra
stats.
innings. 50-9, and afterwards
58-9. Oh, yo, Nevix popped off too. 53-8.
This was the battle of 2 Psylocks.
Everyone on RAD almost had 20 deaths. Look at Sparker though. 51,000 damage.
In the first round of attack.
Nevix 40,000. Finzy almost 40,000, bro.
To round 2 of attacks, and